Let's dive deeply together into a love-filled space of shared mutual understanding. Just right before Christmas and before New Year, where so many of us exchange gifts, spend some time with family or friends, go on holiday, or maybe just think back upon what has happened and what was being achieved in the course of the last year. We might be a little bit stressed out at the moment with some preparations ahead, or there is something bugging our minds or possibly even breaking our hearts. We might experience some trouble at home, or at school, or at our jobs. We may feel lost or confused about events going on in our lives. We may feel hurt or offended as some people close to us act in a mean or not very thoughtful way. We might do a lot of self-talk, blaming ourselves for whatever we judge as personal failure, as bad behavior, as wrongdoing towards others. And sometimes we picture a better reality, one we desperately long for, one where everything seems to fall into place, one where we are being treated fairly and with respect, one where our hearts are at peace with reality, and where the future looks bright, one where we happily chase after our dreams, where we feel free, where there is blossoming harmony and mutual caregiving and deep understanding between us and our close relatives, family members, friends, partners, co-workers. Now it's all good. We have every right to feel all those emotions that are haunting our hearts, all the heavy pain and all the creeping desire. We have every right to feel lost. We have every right to dream away. We have every right to be who we are, as we are, with our history, right in this moment. It's all a part of us. Let's give ourselves some credit. Let's only try to love ourselves, even if only in this one short moment. Imagine at the core of your heart, deep, deep within you, a little shed or hideaway, just a small space. There is this part of yourself, a pure glowing essence brimming with aliveness, joy, and compassion. Just know for a second that it's always there to comfort you, to whisper words of recognition and encouragement, to fill you with hope again. Can you reach into it? Into your loving heart, your soul, your inner wisdom, your higher self, however you'd like to label it? Can you believe it's there, at least for a few seconds? Even if everything in your life seems to point the opposite way, out of a loving heart and towards the harshness and bitterness of reality. Now believe again like a curious and trusting child, and rest peacefully within this heart space, as small as it may feel to you, being held by yourself, on a solid ground built out of never-ending caring gentleness. Deep within you there is always this love-filled space, and it longs to tell you stories of your life with you as your own personal hero, who's always done his best to stay alive, and to get along, and to meet expectations, and to provide for his loved ones, and to pursue exciting, meaningful goals, and to stay safe, and to find true friends, and to feel loved and accepted amongst others. Now, isn't that a great adventure? A difficult undertaking? A daunting to-do list? You've always done your best then, after all. It's sometimes just painful and difficult here on earth, but you're always a hero, waking up again and again, and facing your reality, and opening your heart, and experiencing whatever is coming your way, however scary or heart-wrenching it may be, trying to make sense of it, and writing a new page of your life story. Now give yourself some credit. Hold yourself. Breathe deeply. Feel your essence holding you in your arms. Loving yourself for all the longing within you and for all you've done and all you've already accomplished and all you're seeking out in your personal life script. There is always this pure good right at the core of your heart. Now, there is, of course, the sometimes harsh world outside, the indifferent reality, the scary moments, those mean people. You don't necessarily like them. Sometimes you're afraid of them. Sometimes you do not think you get enough recognition or respect from them. Sometimes you even hate or despise them. It's alright, says your heart. It's also hard to take at times. Try not to think of someone in your close inner circle, someone you know, or someone you deal with on a regular basis. And it's hard for you to like them. You would maybe like to be kinder towards them, but oftentimes you just can't. You would love to understand them better, but their actions or behaviors seem to be inappropriate, or cruel, or stupid, or reckless. You might wish them away from your reality, or you're just annoyed by them, by their acts or habits. Maybe you do not share their values or beliefs, and it is so hard to communicate or to come to terms with them. Or do they scare you somehow? Now keep on resting in your loving, trusting space, being held by your most inner wisdom, and opening your heart out into the open, out to this person, longing to connect, to understand better, to share with one another, to love more. Can you hear them saying why they act the way they do? What is it that makes their life stories so twisted? What challenges or difficulties might they be facing? What would they like to maybe express but feel incapable of doing so? Why are they being pushed or pushed themselves into difficult circumstances? Why do they burst out or pull away? Why might you be experiencing their actions and behaviors as inappropriate, or stupid, or cruel, or reckless, or annoying? If you want to, make a bold step now and reach into their heart, into their essence, into their souls. What story do they want to share with you? What truth do they long to convey to you? What is hidden behind their demeanor, their choices, their facial expressions? Breathe into that deeply now, and if you wish to, establish a chord of understanding between you and them, or create a shared light-filled space, or arrange a short exchange of thoughts. To listen to them and talk to them, but from a completely different place. One where you are filled with hope, where you feel more peace and love, where you desire to understand yourself and other people. Should you still struggle to understand this person a little bit better, then maybe you can at least acknowledge their efforts, their own background, their own exciting life script, and everything they desire to create, and the pain they feel in their hearts at times, and their longing for recognition, and that they too would like someone to tell them that they'd always done their best they could. As difficult and painful and challenging as it might have been, can you feel this pure good also at the core of this person's heart? Maybe you feel now you're not so different from one another after all. You both do share some basic fears and desires. You both do dream of a better reality once and again. You both want to reach out, but you don't always know how. You both seek for the answers. You both want to be loved. You might be tempted now to spread out this feeling of shared togetherness to other people close to you as well, to your surroundings, to some strangers. And from there, your sense of peace and understanding can only grow bigger. I feel with you, and I want to share my light,